Alright, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between 120 and Lin, here taking place on Turtle Rock. 120 spawning as the red undead over here at what I will call, well, the... Wait, does this mean that this is blue? That's how confusing is that? Blue is red on the minimap and red is blue on the minimap. Alright, so there you go. I'm actually going to switch things up. Red is going to be 120. Up here, our arrow 0 is 120. Meanwhile, Lin is blue here. Either way, the colors are going to be a little bit confusing. And there's really... Actually, no. If I switch back over... Oh, there we go. Alright, here we go. Blue is the orc, which is down over here. 120 is right there. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys are enjoying all of my 1.29 coverage from the NetEase servers. I'm making it so that you guys don't have to figure out all of those websites. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the cast. If you guys are enjoying the cast, please hit like on the video. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. Does definitely help me out. And when I do stream on Twitch, come by, say hi. And if you have a free Twitch Prime subscription or just want to subscribe, please definitely do so. I heard the other day that there's over 100 million Amazon Prime subscribers out there. So, wow, yeah, that Amazon's taking over the world faster than Google is. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this Tomb of Relics. There's the Altar of Darkness. There is going to be a Ziggurat. We are going to be opening up with a Crypt Fiend, and it looks as though we are going for the Death Knight this time around. Death Knight instead of, well, instead of the Crypt Lord that we saw in game number 1. Meanwhile, Shadow Hunter is going to be the hero of choice here in game number 2. Game number 2, Shadow Hunter. No more forced Blade Master versus Death Knight as the Shadow Hunter makes its way out onto the field. I'm expecting if you're trying to creep with the Shadow Hunter, what you're going to do is you're going to drop a Serpent Ward, and then you're going to get that Grunt into a very, very forward position. However, the problem is that this Serpent Ward may not actually be able to engage unless you pull back a little bit more. Now, this Serpent Ward needs to switch targets. Otherwise, it is actually going to get taken down by this Ogre Lord first. And now, finally going after the last 2 Forest Trolls in the back. Shadow Hunter has taken a little bit of damage and has really used about 100 mana to try and finish off the remaining units. You're going to see it get taken down right there. There it goes, as the Shadow Hunter should be able to pick up some healing salves and some clarity potions and get back into the swing of things. Now, meanwhile, at the other end of the map, Death Knight, Skeletal Minions, Crypt Fiends are wandering around. Damage is being dealt back here as the Forest Trolls and the Ogres will fall. Back at the other end, Shadow Hunter is already at 2, has not picked up a Clarity Potion, only picked up a Healing Salve, and maybe needs that 70 extra gold. There it goes. And is it going to actually use it? No, the Shadow Hunter surprisingly regenerates mana at a fairly fast rate, even though, well, even though it doesn't have Brilliance Aura. So perhaps it's the low cost on these Serpent Wards that's really helping out, as a Serpent Ward now taking or dealing a little bit of that extra damage. Death Knight sitting at level 2, gonna go ahead and head back, perhaps pick up an additional Rod of Necromancy. Shadow Hunter needs to lose aggro, needs to heal back up, and is gonna be doing exactly that. Has 3 Grunts now. And if it times this well, is it going to work out? Oh, Skeletal Minion is currently out there. Is it going to get taken down first? Yes, it will. Down it goes. But now we know that, well, they know exactly what is going to be happening here. All right, damage getting added in. Those Serpent Wards trying to finish off the Forest Troll Warlord. Meanwhile, at the other end, more peons are going to be coming in, and we could be looking at an expansion attempt. The Serpent Wards really giving extra creeping ability to that Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter, however, relatively low on hit points right now. Is it going to be forced to try and pick up some additional items using that Clarity Potion? Has Rune Bracers, and now finally using a Healing Salve as the remaining Ogre Lords are going to get taken out. There goes that building right there, as you're going to see a little bit of damage going back the other way. Serpent Ward, or excuse me, Death Knight sitting at level 2, not yet quite at level 3, as the Shadow Hunter could try and get some more heals off again. He's still low on hit points, but he does benefit a bit from Rune Bracers, reducing the amount of damage he would normally take from the Death Knight's Death Coil. All right, if you're trying to account for, you know, a little bit of reduced damage from the hero armor type, and you forget about the rune bracers, 200 hit point Death Coil actually goes down to, I believe, around 120, and 75 mana from a level 3 unit just isn't going to be enough. Meanwhile, this Great Hall will get cancelled before, but it is still buying time. And you're going to see that it is going to get canceled pretty much at the last minute to try and buy time here. The skeleton, oh, this peon, where is it going to go? Is it going to jump inside the mine? I'm quite surprised that it didn't do that, as the panda now sitting at level 3. Serpent wards still being used to try and support here. What level are the serpent wards? Serpent wards are at level 2. Meanwhile, it is level 1 healing wave. All right, Gargantuan Sea Turtle taken down. Scroll of the Beast picked up. Tome of Agility also picked up. Death Knight wanders on over, ready to put damage onto this Bestiary. Bestiary down to 136 hit points before it gets canceled. So just a lot of lost time there. Meanwhile, Panda shows up to the party. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, and with that slowed units, is it going to be enough? Serpent Wards also being thrown down there. Death Knight is going to be able to Death Coil. Yes, it does, as it is now end up going to losing a surrounded Crypt Fiend here. Crypt Fiend trying to get back. Is it going to be able to get away down to, well, up to 476 hit points, as it ends up surviving again. All right, Serpent Wards could end up getting taken out. Healing Wave saves a low hit point Grunt, as the Death Knight, well, could try and Death Coil to take out another unit. Meanwhile, these units need to head back home. They want to be saved, as there is a 180 hit point skeletal minion that could end up getting taken down by Grunts. All right, those units going to get taken down. There they go. Are we going to get some more healing salves? We should be. Or perhaps some healing waves. Not quite sure, as both sides go back to their respective corners. 30 supply compared to 34. Undead, now with the Lich, is upgrading the tier 3 for that classic Black Citadel gameplay. Not doing anything too unorthodox in game 1.29. So 120 going back to the tried and true strategies that he knows of. A peon is going to scout out this location. And what is happening here? This peon is going to end up getting taken down while walking towards his opponent. The big issue, though, is the Lich could try and steal all of this experience here. Panda now going to be in trouble. Death Knight, is it going to steal the last shot there? Panda, what is he going to do? Picks up the rune bracers, but still ends up falling, as all the units are going to be backing off. All right, oh, big Frost Nova onto another Grunt, as well as the Undead picking off the level 2 Panda and a Grunt, and picking up the remainder of this experience, of this creep camp. All right, all the creep camps now taken out. It looks like the creeps actually all changed colors a little bit, so they're all technically part of the same army. Yeah, they all have that red accent, so that's something that has been changed in patch 129. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this Gargantuan Sea Turtle trying to finish off the remaining units here. Grunts trying to finish off this, well, Giant Sea Turtle, as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle now going after these Serpent Wards. Healing Wave being used, and it is going to give a little bit of extra life once more. The Shadow Hunter going to easily finish off this Gargantuan Sea Turtle, picking up a Wand of Mana Stealing. We'll see if that does have a big impact on this game. Undead looking to do a little bit of chasing here. Lich here ready to go. Crypt Fiends ready to go. Army on the way out. We are going double Slaughterhouse. One with the Destroyer upgrade. Another training up Obsidian statues. So the Destroyers are going to be able to do a lot of damage. Now, I'm not quite sure. Can the Destroyers devour magic those Serpent Wards? I would normally think so, as we now see an Ensnare go down on an Obsidian statue. Obsidian statue going to take a little bit of damage here as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle is turned back around. Big Death Coil coming across. Grunt gets taken out. As you see, the remainder of this creep camp is going to get finished off by the Orc. Undead is going to have a little bit of time to regroup themselves. Panda may get to level 3 off of this creep camp. I say may because it is going to be extremely close. It finally gets taken down. No, does not get to level 3 as it doesn't have time to finish off that last giant sea turtle. Serpent wards are all in position. Death Knight, there goes a Raider. Raider could get taken down. Raider trying to run back. It will be able to do exactly that. Lich, meanwhile, getting a death coil after getting frost armor up means that all of those grunts and, well, Raiders are going to have a difficult time escaping after hitting a unit with frost armor. The Lich with frost armor, a normal typical hero play to counter the Blade Master, useful still when going up against the grunts and these Raiders. Raiders now looking to move back here. Generally not a lot of ranged units as the Destroyer trying to head back, staying purposely over trees as we are looking at this Great Hall about to be done. Back at the other end, Lich looking to finish off a Gargantuan Sea Turtle, does exactly that. Death Knight gets the level 4, quickly throws up level 2 Unholy Aura, 20% faster movement speed upgrade, and the same regeneration as orcs and humans, even when off of Blight. Panda now looking to back up here. Looks as though, a Destroyer getting caught in open field. Even if it heads back up right now, it should end up getting taken down. Is it going to be able to devour magic? Nope. Quickly gets ensnared and taken out once more. All right, in comes the units on the other side. Crypt Fiends going to get in a little bit of damage. There's some extra poke damage once more as the units are going to be forced to back up. These Serpent Wards actually have quite a long range, much longer than I realized, as you now see the Destroyers are jumping into the air after some absorbed mana. All right, Grunts quickly taken out there. Anything with heavy armor having a very bad day, taking bonus damage. Raiders even being forced to back up here as 3 Destroyers may be far too much. Kodo Beast out onto the field. The Serpent Wards do not get the bonus damage from the Kodo Beast as the Kodo Beast unable to have anything for breakfast. Kodo Beast now trying to head back and gets killed for all of his efforts as we now take a look at, well, Destroyers trying to stay alive as the Serpent Wards are still poking them heavily. Drunken or Breath of Fire trying to finish off a handful more units as some Serpent or Destroyers are still very, very high on life. Kodo Beast joining up onto the fight as well. Is it going to be able to do enough as a Kodo Beast is starting to digest another Crypt Fiend? Raider getting taken out, 44 supply compared to 37, 120 in a great spot right now. 10 supply advantage as he looks to finish off this Great Hall here. All right. This Great Hall, it looks as though the peons are trying to get away. Could at least drop off some of that gold. Nope, not going to do that as the Lich gets to a dangerous level 4. 4 2/3 for the Death Knight. Level 4 for the Lich. Meanwhile, Shadowhunter at 4 2/3 as well. Level 3 for the Panda, but the Panda's Breath of Fire not effective against those Destroyers, only against the Obsidian statues and those Crypt Fiends. Back the other way, trying to ensnare or take some of those units down. There goes an ensnare. Serpent Ward is actually going to spot all this as the units are going to engage again. Raider could try to throw another ensnare. There's a Death Coil, saving it a little bit longer as the Kodo Beast still trying to fight back. Serpent Wards still poking a lot of damage, getting back up into the air now. Shadowhunter looking to back up. No Orb of Lightning, and perhaps that's the issue. No Orb of Lightning to deal with those Destroyers in the air. Only Serpent Wards and that Shadowhunter, both of which don't really deal that much damage unless you have a lot of Serpent Wards out onto the field. Currently, there are 4 Serpent Wards out onto the field, though, but those are going to get picked off extremely quickly as we now see 44 supply compared to 34. All right, Shadowhunter, does it get to level 5? If the Shadowhunter gets to level 5, I'm not quite sure who's... Yep, yeah, Shadowhunter is at level 5 now. Potion of Mana given to the Shadowhunter, so he's going to have even stronger Serpent Wards. Those Serpent Wards, 48 to 52 damage. That is a lot of damage from those Serpent Wards, especially when you count into the fact that it is piercing damage looking to finish off those units. Panda still coming across here. You can take a look. Serpent Wards, 150 damage each shot, and there goes some more. Raiders pushing back the other way. Let's take a look at this. Another ensnare onto this one particular Destroyer, but how quickly it gets taken down by 4 focused fire piercing damage units. All right, Panda, is it going to try and even engage here? There's a potion of lesser invulnerability. Death Coil does save it as both sides are still fighting again. Frost Armor, Breath of Fire finishes off a Crypt Fiend as the Panda now going after the units. Where is it going to go? The Serpent Ward still throwing a lot of damage. Death Coil finishes off the Panda as the Grunt also gets taken down. All right, it looks like Lin overstayed his welcome. What was a distinct advantage for Lin, 120 was able to salvage and make it even once again. Once this expansion is gone, no more economic advantage. Double Destroyers coming back in to join in on the fight. Obsidian Statues join in on the fight. More Obsidian Statues looking to join in on here as well. Destroyer looking to finish off some of these peons, and then Snare goes down. Serpent Ward looking to finish off this unit here, and that is, oh wow, that last Serpent Ward shot does not get off. Shadow Hunter gonna try and finish it off. It does get it, as an Ensnare does go down here. Grunt looking to finish off this one Crypt Fiend. Poking damage coming in from these Serpent Wards. Level 5 now on the Lich. Level 5 on the Death Knight. 5-5 going up against a level 5 Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter now out of mana. Is it going to be able to finish off all of these units as the Raiders are just standing around waiting for something to happen? Raiders were not engaging, and, well, we're doing a bad job running, as you see the death of a Raider right there. All right, Shadow Hunter could have, well, tried to finish off this last Obsidian Statue. Not going to work. It's going to jump into the air, take a Death Coil, and now, well, enjoy his time. Undead looks like he's going to be able to clear up the remainder of this game. Death Knight going to finish off a couple of easy peons, and he looks like he is ready for this next fight, at least better than Lin. 120 at 50 supply compared to 31 supply for Lin. What is going to go down next as the, well, Shadow Hunter is here ready to go? What is going to happen next? There goes that one Great Hall. No more economic advantage and a 19 supply discrepancy. Death Knight, Lich, actually going after a Gargantuan Sea Turtle creep camp, an orange creep camp, even though he's at max level. All he could really hope to get is some items and a little bit of gold, and that's pretty much it at this point. Not quite sure if it's worth it, as his opponent is going to be able to mass up a little bit of his army as well. What item was dropped, I can't really tell. Potion of Invulnerability. Lich could be ready to engage here in just a second. Level 1 armor. There's some Absorb Mana. Death Coil. Frost Nova quickly takes down a Raider, as the Raiders are going to go and engage again. All right, a little bit of that damage. All right, Death Knight is going to be able to save this one Destroyer. Destroyer down to 350 hit points, down back up to 900. That 600 hit point heal, so powerful, as that Destroyer finally gets taken down, as there's 3 Serpent Wards dealing 50 damage a pop. All right, Death Knight gets up to level 6. Is it level 3 Unholy Aura? I can't tell. No, level 2 Unholy Aura still. Don't know what his ability is as of yet, but the Death Knight could, yes, use level 3 Unholy Aura to catch up, move around quickly, and 120 takes the game. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.